Welcome to Thoughts in the Glass podcast. I'm LaToya.
And I'm Kendra.
And this is a weekly podcast where we share our unfiltered thoughts and opinions on a variety of topics.
So sit back, relax, and join us on a conversation of real, raw, and ridiculously funny commentary.
Period.
Goddamn top.
Back to your ones. Are you recording? Is it recording?
It's recording.
Okay. So okay. It's okay.
This is I mean
It's okay. This is our second time trying to record this, so things may not look the way they need to look. Just bear with us.
bear with us.
But we're back in the studio.
We're back in the goddamn studio. Are you kidding me?
We're back in the studio.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm just gonna say it. We had the bomb conversation. We was really on the road.
We was deep in it.
We was doing the thing.
We were like a third of the way done.
The fudge. Okay, so as I said before, but y'all don't know I said it. We are going to start a new way of structuring the podcast, and thanks to our producer, she has come up with some great little cute ways of saying it. It's so amazing. Let us know how you guys like it. If you like the little sayings, if we should change anything up, just give us your input.
Give us your feedback.
So we're going to start out with the spill, because sometimes you can spill a little something when you're making those cocktails. And it's a little bit of juice, a little bit of tequila, a little bit of something. So we're going to give you a little spill. So we want to talk about some of the things that really are just like a little blurb on a...
This will be our version of like our like announcements, or just like the rundown before we get into the meat and the potatoes of it all. Yeah.
This is your appetizer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the appetizer. All right. So first we want to say rest somewhere for Clive Davis. We don't know if he in peace or in hell, but he rested.
Clive is gone.
Clive is gone. At what, 94 years old? I think they
something
said?
Like that.
Yes, Clive is gone.
I guess too many people aren't too sad about that. So
because we got to a point where it was like we were always telling somebody, rest in peace, rest in paradise, da, 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 da. But then we also in our heart of hearts be like, there is a heaven and a hell for a reason. And if you in hell, the perception is you ain't peaceful.
Right.
You going through some things, and if you did hell in the living, then that's what you deserve later on. If you ain't bring no peace here, why you gonna rest in it? Not in my opinion, but he rested. He with somebody.
Yeah.
He done gone with them. Him?
Yeah.
Who knows? Also, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
We are now 7 months into the year.
That is true.
Today is what, the 1st? So yeah, we made it slow. We doing a slow truck.
Oh God.
To the end of this year.
But like you were saying earlier, it's more of a acknowledging the holiday versus celebrating. For some of us, for Black Americans, I would say. Yes. We like to say Juneteenth is our Independence Day, which it is, and we did celebrate. But I think 4th of July was a holiday that we kind of gave it its own meaning for our individual families. Yes. Like, I don't think anybody was being super patriotic.
Yeah.
But it was a time that we could gather with family and kind of have our own traditions around that. Yeah. So to me, that's still significant. And I can acknowledge that while you were, like you were saying before, while this holiday was not created for us, we can still benefit from it. Yeah.
So we acknowledge the benefications of it. But as I said prior, 250 years ago, we seem like we in the same spot. There seems like there has not been much progress. There was some upward trajectory, and then now it has fallen off. And you know what's so funny to me? don't like when people are like, why he ain't fix it? When we talk about like President Obama, when we talk about Joe Biden and things like that. And I think I've said this before, but I equate things being damaged to natural disasters, things like that, right? It takes zero point 0.5 seconds for a tornado to demolish a home. You would not go to the, not architect, but the construction worker and say, it's been 5 seconds. It was destroyed in 5 seconds. Why you ain't fixed it?
Yeah.
You're going to want to make sure that the plumbing is correct, that the foundation is correct, and it takes time. Sometimes a year, 2 years to get all of the correct insurances, all of the things that took no time to destroy. It takes a lot to rebuild and rebuild it correctly, because a lot of times when it gets destroyed, you see some of the things that caused issues that need to be fixed. The vulnerabilities. Why do we think fixing the United States, fixing African American problems, fixing Jewish problems, fixing brown people, like, why do we think that fixing people's problems only is going to happen with 8 years?
Yeah.
Because we're just talking about even if they get reelected, or even the 4 years. Why did they get done in 4 years? It takes time. And if you don't continue on the upward trajectory of, this is the plan. If the plan is what it's supposed to be and everybody's on board with the plan, and we keep going with the same plan, modifying it as needed, but not then saying, you know what, we're going to go a whole new direction.
Right. Every 4 years, they like scrap that plan. We're going in a new direction.
Nothing gets fixed.
Yeah. Agreed.
But then you have Mondani up there pressing buttons and shit is just happening.
Yeah. I love what he's doing, but I think that's also a issue too, in the sense of, just because he pressed the button and things happen, we still have to wait to see like the fallout and the trickle out from things happening. Yeah. Not that I don't want things to happen. I'm just saying, to your point, it goes both ways.
Yes.
The way that somebody can come in and do something quick, using your analogy, if they build a house real quick, yeah, we got a house, yeah, we got shelter, but we also did not take the time to assess like what vulnerabilities may be there, whatever. Like, the house was just thrown up.
Yeah.
So then 10 years later, now we're finding issues. I'm not wishing this on Mondani, but I am saying we have seen this with anything that we do. When you do something quickly and you do something fast, yes, you get immediate result, but then there's usually some fallout to come from it. Yeah. And so hopefully he's just prepared for that. Hopefully he's prepared for like, okay, we may have some hiccups along the way, but I need to get this done right now.
Yeah.
Versus somebody saying, I'm going to take a little bit slower. I'm going to take the longer route, try to get it done and get it done right to the best of my ability.
With that, with 4th of July, and this is being the 250-year birthday of the Americas, the Great American State Fair is a wash. Okay.
I think so.
It has bombed, as the comedians would say.
I think so.
Where is the Sandman and get it off the stage? Because boo-hoo to you.
What Drake say? Mid, skip.
Skip. Skip. Throw the whole CD away. It's not even worth being resold or burned. The people are lying. The Foxes like, it's thousands of people out here. I said that looked like the cookout we was at the other day. It was more people at Hayes Point than at that place.
I have not seen, and maybe it's just me, but I have not seen a single like video where people, it's like large crowds of people.
The people are few and far between.
He had more people at the UFC thing that he did,
and it got rained out, and that was also because it was in a closed space. So
that's
it
true.
Looked like it was more people.
Yeah.
Child, please. When I say that thing looked like the Six Flags right before they closed 2 hours, a mile before, with everybody at the parking lot trying to get up out of there. Are you kidding me?
It's no real attractions. I think that's the issue. Like the Ferris wheel, which I thought that was cute. I had like idea of like, I want to go and just get on the Ferris wheel just to kind of like get the view from the top of the Ferris wheel. But two things. One, they said that that's the only attraction, so the lines are really long for it. And then the first day that it opened, the Ferris wheel wasn't even working. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not about to go all the way out there just to stand in a long line and for the Ferris wheel not to be working.
And then I'm also not going out there for y'all to put a camera on me and say the black people support.
Right.
Because you won't see this face on the Fox News. Oh, hell no.
I haven't seen any black people, but I'm pretty sure they're out there.
First of all, in DC, it's going to be black people. They just move around Chocolate City like it's nothing. And it's a weekend. and it's summertime, and they have a lot of other things going on. But one thing I didn't mention earlier was that, yeah, you might go up there and see some things. You're going to see that toe up grass.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see that dirty ass
reflection pool.
No.
It's so many things that it's like you did not like you're why you are messing with stuff that don't need to be messed with.
And then the name is off the thing. Now you want to hide it. Go to bed. Go to bed, Joseph.
Yeah.
Because this is where we at with it. Moving from the Fulala, we definitely want to send our prayers to the victims in the Venezuela double earthquake that happened earlier this week.
Yeah.
At this time, it was a 7.2 was the first one, and the 7.5 magnitude was the second one, and at least 1,430 people have passed on, and over 3,200 people have been injured.
Wow.
So it's very unfortunate. I'm sure family members are missing, family, because the middle of the week, people at work, doing, just ripping and running and doing things, and just kind of sending those prayers out to those, children who no longer have parents, all, just all of the things. So.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, but I'll say it again. Recently, they're trying to pass legislation. I think they did pass a portion of it, legislation that would ban people from coming here during situations like this, natural disasters, and different things are going on in their country. Like the United States would no longer be a country of refuge. That you can't. Basically, what the legislation is saying is that you cannot use coming here for refuge because of the state of your government or a national disaster. You can't use that as an excuse to come here without legal status, right? But in those situations, like when a hurricane come or earthquake or tsunami or whatever, people don't have time to be like, well, let me fill out this paperwork.
That takes 2 years.
Yeah, you're trying to just get to safety and get there quickly.
Exactly.
And get to the closest place to you that is safe.
Yes.
So I think that's unfortunate. I think people don't consider that and they don't think about that when they're passing these bills, or maybe some people do, some people just don't care. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what they're trying to pass right now. And it seems as if it's gonna get the votes that it needs to get passed. So
yeah, because you know what's unfortunate, and I think I don't know if you ever seen the movie. I can't think of the name of it, but basically what ended up happening is there were these basically ice age type tornadoes that came through.
Who was in it?
So it was the guy from Brokeback Mountain.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
Okay.
He was the son. The father was, he's an old white guy. Anyway, the premise of the story was there were a lot of like quakes and things that were kind of happening in other places. And no, I'm sorry. They were in like New Delhi, things like it's snowing in New Delhi, and you don't be snowing in New Delhi.
Is it the end of the earth or something like that?
No, it's basically, I can't think of the name of it, but what ends up happening is there are these swarms of, it's not even like a tornado or rain or anything. It's like these swarms, and it's bringing so much cold air down, it freezes everything. Like if you caught outside, frozen. So basically he's telling them like, hey, this is what's happening. There's some guys over in Europe who saw this because they see how what ends up happening is like how the ocean is kind of moving and causing I can't think of the names of the dummies that are in the ocean that causes like to see like it's rough seas or what's going on to kind of help sailors and stuff. It was kind of like going off, and he was like, oh, well, let's just see if it's just off the marker. And now it's like 4 of them were going off. So it's basically showing that there's some rough sea, like there's it's like a storm brewing, and it's really, going to cause some issues. Well, it started over in Europe where this cloud came, and what ended up happening is it froze a helicopter because a helicopter was flying through. And it takes, I don't know how cold, I can't remember how cold it has to be for fuel to freeze, but the fuel line was frozen. So they knew it was something coming. So he's telling the government, our government in the movie that this is happening. We need to start moving people from the northern hemisphere as far south as possible. And this one guy, of course, the antagonist, he's like, you're only saying this because you're here safe in DC. You have time to move. Well, his son was at a spelling bee or like a science competition, something in New York. And he's like, he cut the line off at like South Carolina. And so he's like, well, you're just happy because you're safe here. And he's like, his son is in New York. And so if you thought that he was only making this thing because of his own family safety or whatever, he has a child that is going to be in that path. But anyway, I say all that to say, those people in that movie have the mindset of, this is America and nothing can happen to us, right? At the end of the movie, spoiler, I mean, it's been out for forever, but the ice basically comes all the way down to almost Florida. And people are hightailing it to where? Mexico. And so they had to do a treaty with Mexico and things like that. So what I brung that up because the arrogance of us or our politicians to think nothing can happen here,
and we won't need to go anywhere.
It's wide enough where we won't need to make any alternate arrangements. We have enough places where people can go to California or go to Florida or go to here or go to here, especially those people that are in that Tornado Alley area or those Louisiana. Oh, y'all can just go to Texas. There's always somewhere to go. But when we're talking about Venezuela, when we're talking about people in Colombia, different places, to go from Venezuela and go up to Mexico, which is already having issues with their own infrastructure, is not helpful.
Right.
I need to go somewhere where there's going to be a benefit. We just bombed them. We just went down there and killed their people, so we always in the mix. But then when the mix want to come and visit, they like, we don't know you.
Yeah.
It just is so, it's annoying and very, very arrogant of us. But it's what it's been for 250 years. So
yeah,
what can we say?
And last but not least,
the
biggest announcement.
It's so funny how I sent LaToya this TikTok, and I was like, we're going to record, and I was like, that's so funny that comes up. It's like, no, I didn't stop posting because I'm pregnant.
It's all lies.
It's all lies, guys. It's not true. It's all lies. It's true. I'm having a baby, y'all. We are having a little baby. Soon we're going to have a little boop, thoughts in the glass, thoughts in the bottle.
Aww.
So cute. Yes, I am at this time 16 weeks pregnant. So we are in our beginning of our second trimester, which is overly exciting. And we're back.
What does that say?
I need to put it on the chart.
Oh, okay. So now that we got our spill out of the way, we can roll into the drink of the night. As you guys know, every week we do a drink of the night. Kendra, what is the drink tonight?
So tonight's drink is called the Red, White, and Dew. It looked a lot prettier the first time we tried to record this, y'all. However, it's super easy to make. You're going to put your grenadine at the bottom of your glass, and then you're going to top that off with ice, and then you're going to then use whatever spirit you like. We ended up going with tequila because it's tequila time. Yeah. You're going to pour your tequila in. I did about 1.5 ounces. And then you're going to top it off with your Sprite, which I feel basically halfway. So I'll say maybe like 3 to 4 ounces of Sprite. And then what you want to do is then take the back of a preferably bar spoon, but any spoon will work, like a teaspoon. And you want to pour your Curacao on top of your drink, and it will give you the blue, the clear of the white, and then the red for the flag for the 4th of July.
Very patriotic, or at least it was very patriotic. We mixed ours up already.
And it was very tasty.
Yeah.
Mine, I wish did have some tequila in it because it would cut this little sweetness down. But
I like it nice and sweet though.
LaToya.
Yeah, that's a drink for me.
It's a drink.
It's a cocktail.
I know, that's right. So how was your week?
It was a good week at work. We're in our summer turnover, so I had a lot of folks leaving, a lot of folks coming in. The folks that are leaving, just getting them processed and getting their stuff done so that they can go on out. And then my new people, getting them up on all their systems and calendars sorted and things like that. We've been short-staffed in the office, so that's been a bit of a headache trying to like do my job and do other people's job. And I feel like we say this pretty often, but I think what happens is just this position, this admin role. I've been in my position for a minute, and there's a couple others that have been there for a while. But then, I mean, it's really like a revolving door. Yes. So as you get one person in and get them trained up, after a year they're gone, and then somebody else comes in. People see it as a stepping stone, which it is, and it can be. It's just hard for the rest of us because now we have to do your job while you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
While it's vacant.
Yes. And so that's just been, I'm pushing through, but I do get irritated whenever we have to do that because it makes my job harder. I have to try to now condense getting all my stuff done in order to save some bandwidth to help over here. When I mean, who doesn't prefer to just be comfortable, right? So that's that.
Getting paid to do my job and my job only.
Yeah. Saturday, me and my mom went to the Afro Soca Love Wine Festival in Hagerstown. I'd never been to Hagerstown. Well, I've been to the outlets up there, but I've never been like into the city per se. So this event was at they have a University of Maryland campus over there. So this event was on that campus. It was very cute. It was very nice. I had a good time. You know, we love the Afro-Caribbean music. So
I'm drunken outside. Hey, I'm drunken outside.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was super cute. The weather stayed off. My mom had called me that morning because she was like, I've been watching your vlogs and I've been looking at your posts on social media, and I'm like, you hanging out with everybody else, I need to be on the list. So I was like,
get me in the mix.
Okay. So she was like, what you doing today? Whatever you doing today, I'm coming. Just you come and get me. If you need me to meet you at your house, I'm like, girl.
Yeah, everybody relax.
You don't even know what's on the agenda for today. You
don't know who else is already invited.
Right. She said, I'm in there.
Get me.
I'm like, I don't know if you might need a ticket or anything. She was like, I'll get my ticket. I was like, okay. So I was on the fence about going because Hagerstown is 2 hours away. But after my mom was like, I'm trying to ride with you. So I was like, we can go to this little festival. So we went. She had a good time. She was up there talking to people. Of course, I know my mom. She was talking to people, making friends and dancing and thinking she was too cute. But that was fun. We had fun. Sunday I had book club, and we'll talk about it later. We're gonna follow the new structure. Yes. So what we're reading and what we're watching will be at the end. So that was my week. How was your week?
The week was good. So Sunday, during our Father's Day cookout situation, we also snuck in a mini gender reveal, which I'll post up top so you can watch.
We're rolling that beautiful footage.
We're rolling that beautiful footage as you guys watch. I'll talk a little bit about it. So the girls, of course, are like, this is probably going to be your last pregnancy because I've told them I'm too over this. And I've complained about all of the things. So they're like, I know you're not going to do this again. We want a gender reveal. We want a baby shower. We want this. Next club, another club. No sleep. No. Calm down.
Yeah.
Because dad is like, what do they want to do? Oh, Jayla like, I want you to paint my arms, and then we hug you. Aww. And then it's a t-shirt, and then on the front it's gonna, and he's like, that sounds like a lot. So, and that was what I went ahead and did was got the popper and did it that way. So the girls were pressed. Got to be a girl, baby. It got to be a girl. So what I did a little prank.
Oh, yeah.
I did a little prank where one had one, the other had the other. They popped it, and they were like, it's twins! What's happening? And I was like, so then we popped it, and of course you all see the evidence of,
it's a girl.
It's a girl, guys.
I'm glad that they're happy. And
they almost knocked me down.
I know.
So yeah, so we are having a little baby doll, which is super exciting. The other thing is, so we put Jonathan into soccer camp. So I've kind of changed my schedule to give, because Devon goes in to work later than me. So we're super close to the metro. So I've been getting up super early to catch the metro So I'll do the Metro Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He does drop off and pick up because Jonathan goes to my parents' house in the morning. Of course, Joshy's still in daycare, and my parents are in Mitchellville, so he has to make the truck from District Heights or Suitland to Mitchellville, drop him off, and then head on into work. I don't have time to be in the car for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll go in because I need my coins. I don't want to keep trying to figure out how to make up my hours, this, that, and the fourth. So I went ahead and was like, I can go in at any time to get my hours, and for you, it doesn't make sense for you to go in before 8:30,
right?
Unless you have
because he doesn't have clients that
exactly.
early.
So I'll go ahead and go into work, but it's just been the only thing I've said this time and time again. At 40, as we've gotten, these can't be the same hours that they was. These cannot.
Yeah.
The hours have had to have shrunk. That's number one. Number two, trying to get back into the swing of getting, because I was, remember, around COVID, I was getting up early going to the gym. I was like getting up early.
But even earlier this year, you was getting up early and walking.
Yes.
Yeah, because you was prepping for your marathon.
I'm on a marathon already.
When was that supposed to be?
That was supposed to be March.
Oh. Well, we know what y'all was doing in March.
The marathon has begun. You hear me?
Y'all was doing a different marathon. Now you about to get your badge.
Now I'm going to get my badge. And the thing is, LaToya get stressed. I'm stressed about it. Yeah, so trying to change that schedule. It has been having a great time in a soccer camp, so I'm really glad that I did sign him up for that. Other than that, we just did our regular little stuff the weekend because, like I was telling you guys last week, the weekend was so busy that and then changing my schedule, I really just took this weekend to just really relax. I was in that bed early on Friday. We did do a little bit of running around, some errands, some housekeeping type stuff over Saturday, and was able to kind of meet up with Davon's aunt and uncle. Threw a little small thing together, so we did that. Sunday we didn't do nothing. I cooked. He went and took the car but took the car to get fixed, and he had some other things to do. So it's been rainy, it's been cloudy, and I'm tired. And I don't want to be in the bed.
Yeah. How has your, aside from the things that you've told us, but you've been gone for a couple of months, I guess, how has the pregnancy journey been from the moment you found out now? Especially, obviously, you've had girls, you've had boys.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
And I've told this to my kids, and I say, it's y'all fault that I have this many children. Because my pregnancy with Justin, Janae, and Jayla more so, as I had gotten a little bit older, I did get a little bit more sick, but nothing in comparison. When I had Jonathan at 29, I turned 30 that August, and he was born that September, which he was, of course, I don't know if I went through it, but he was 6 weeks early. So that was kind of shocking to do. But with the girls, I didn't have any medical issues. Justin, and I think my body rejects the testosterone because I had to have a surclause, and they were like, you usually don't have a surclause with your first baby. But my body was like, at 18, what is this foreign object? And let's remove it. So I was having contractions. I had to end up getting a surclause. So from the start of my pregnancy journeys, because of that, we got to check your cervix. You have a short cervix. And it wasn't as bad with the girls because they're like, you're still young. They monitored it for a hot second, and they were like, it doesn't look like anything's happening. You're fine. 6 years later, I'm pregnant with Jonathan, and just nothing was really happening. But I was just like, I felt so heavy. Now, with the other children, I never really lost weight, but I wasn't really ever super heavy. I was eating what I wanted. Never really an issue. Jonathan, I lost 40 pounds because I'm not, like when I say could not have anything, only thing I had was like watered down stuff. I didn't have sodas, couldn't do bread, like no sugars. And it was literally the same thing with Joshua. So with this pregnancy, it was like I started feeling nauseous way earlier. Because usually at 6 weeks is when I start like, okay, I know around 6 weeks this is what's going to happen. Let me get my mind prepared. Before I even took a test, nauseous. And I mean, not like, it was like a grueling nausea. Like it's so hard to explain, but the people know.
I'm sure y'all know.
It's like it's not just being nauseous, but it's also like my taste buds don't taste like something is awry. in my mouth. And so it's like gross. Like, have you ever ate something your taste buds was like, absolutely not, and you just imagine that just being just regular life.
That's how I feel about eggs.
It's just disgusting, right? But then I'm still kind of able to eat some of the same things. Baby, I took that test, and by that next week, you couldn't give me a damn thing. And nothing that I liked, right? So I was back on not really having water. I couldn't, like, with Jonathan and Joshua, if I thought of something in my body was like, oh yeah, I like that, I can eat it, I was able to do that. There was nothing even in my psyche that
you could even think about that would be a safe food. This. Yeah.
I love onions. The thought of onions, even now, the thought of them makes me nauseous. But if I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna get a steak and cheese, and I'll have a steak and cheese. It's not an issue. But this is now here. In the beginning, no onions, no peppers, no salad, no the Caesars. No. So it'll be like weeks that I could eat certain things. 1 week I was really heavy on, or like 3 days I was really heavy on like fettuccine alfredo. I had that for 3 days. By day 4, I was like, if you don't get that shit away from me, it's disgusting. Then I was on spaghetti for a little bit. I could eat spaghetti for like 4 days. Don't want spaghetti anymore. Then I was on to pizza. One thing that kind of has been like kind of the same, it's like I want cheese. If something has cheese on it, it needs to be overly cheesy because I need to only taste the cheese. Which I'm like, good. At least she'll be able to maybe eat some mac and cheese because Joshua and his lactose ass can't have nothing. So that, and if y'all can imagine, from that probably was like from 4 weeks to, and I'm still kind of like on the fence with stuff. Yeah. So 4 weeks to 16 weeks of eating like a bird. And I can't, and then from 4 weeks to 14 weeks, I couldn't eat after 5 o'clock. So my last meal would be at work at like 4 before I got on the train. And maybe I would have a snack. I would eat like cheese curls, stuff like that, Cheez-Its. But by the time I was on the train, so I got on the train about maybe 5:30, or left work at 5:30 to get on the train. By the time I got home at 7, I couldn't do anything. So I'm looking online like, what can I take? Yeah. What can I do? So everybody's like, beef 6, 25 grams or milligrams, and then you have Unisom. Well, the Unisom is a sleep aid, right? Because you can't be nauseous while you knocked out, but I can't take that throughout the day, right? So I started with the B6. That was making me nauseous, so I stopped taking the B6, and I would only do the Unisom at night. So I would take the Unisom as soon as I got home I took my shower, took my Unisom. In the beginning, it took literally 5 minutes, and I'm out. And then I would be good. The Unisom helped with the nausea until 5 o'clock that next day. And then at 5 o'clock that next day, I'm nauseous again. Yeah. Right? So this was my everyday. So the days that I was like, I'm at work and I'm like, let me call Toy. We can record, girl. Yeah. I can do this today. I'm
feeling good.
And my body said, joke's on you. What did you think was happening here? Right. What did you think you were controlling? Girl, you was just a visitor. Right. In your own body.
In your own mind.
Oh, God. So, and the thing is, so the last one, I was pregnant with Joshua, I lived at home. So the people that were really helping me were the girls. And so my kids are like, we eating out every day? They pressed. No grocery shopping? Right. All they had to do was help wash clothes. Oh, they was having a time. And so Davon's like, I need to cook. Well, I don't like the smell of cooked meat. Because of course, as soon as I get pregnant, he wants to go on this carnivore diet and only eating meat and eggs. What are you talking about? If you don't stop. So now everything stinks to me, right? So he's like, all right, I'm going to cook my foods at night. So I would go in the room, take that Unisom before he got home so I could sleep through it. Then the house started to stink to me. Just the atmosphere, like, and it was not like it wasn't like it's dirty or anything. It's just, I think the combination of all the other apartments, and then the air comes on and it just kind of seeps through. So I ended up having to get Glade plugins to just have a pungent smell of something different in the house. I mean, I got Glades everywhere. He came home, he was like, what the hell is going on? Right? I'm like, I need it. I need it to survive. So I put that up. And every time I come in, I would be like, oh, thank God. Felt better about that. Then I was and I'm still doing this to this day. So we had 16 weeks. I regurgitate every morning when I brush my teeth. And it's the acid from my stomach. And the thing with a bowel. So some days it's light and it's like, all right, get it out. Some days, I don't know if it's been seeped deep and it's finally emerged. When I say that thing is like thick as mucus, it's, and so now I got to brush my teeth all over. Because it's now in my throat. I'm like, I got to gargle with something. One day I'm walking through the house. It started at work. He and I just having a conversation. I guess my mouth was moving too much, right? I guess I'm having too much conversation. I'm talking, I said, yeah. And nothing comes out. And he said, absolutely not. What was that? And I said, and I'm trying to continue with the conversation because I've been dealing with this for a couple weeks where I was like, yo, and I told him, I was like, man, I'll be at work. And then all of a sudden, like, I feel like I start gagging. Nothing comes out. And then I go on. And he was like, oh, that's crazy. I really just, brush it off. Oh, that's crazy. Then I do it in front of him, and he looked like a damn deer head. Like, this is what I told you I'm dealing with, sir.
Oh, man. I couldn't imagine.
LaToya, I'm 39 years old dealing with this foolishness.
I actually cannot imagine. Like, I don't know how y'all be doing this.
Sick of it. And so now I'm kind of getting and then there be days I'm like, oh, I'm so hungry that, like, I'll be at work, and I think it's that period of nothing's really happening. So I've had a Chick-fil-A. But then when I get off and I'm like, oh, I'm going to try some Chick-fil-A, I'll have a bite of it or have some fries and I'm done. So then I'm literally wasting so much money because the things that I say I want, I'll have 2 or 3 bites and somebody else can have it. So thank God that he has created the female body to say, I don't care what you do, that baby go get whatever it needs to get. Yeah. So I go to my first doctor's appointment. Well, right before I found out, I knew I was expecting, but I hadn't gone to the doctor. I had an appointment 2 weeks later, and I had a dentist appointment, and they weighed us at the dentist. So I was 228 pounds. Cool. I said, so 2 weeks later, I go to my OB to confirm that we are expecting. I'm 215 pounds, right? So I know this, but she's just saying at me as 215 pounds, right? And so I'm like, all right. So she's like, well, you're a little overweight. You're a little up in age. So you qualify for the whole gambit of testing. Right. And I'm like, she's like, and then we think we're probably going to put you on. Have you started taking baby aspirin? I was like, what the hell is baby aspirin? I never had to take no baby aspirin. She's like, well, once you take baby aspirin, she said, well, we'll hold off on that. And then we're probably going to end up putting you on ordering you a cuff so that you can start taking your blood pressure every. She's like, have you ever had any preeclampsia and stuff like that? So I've never had any of that. She's like, well, because of your age and because of your weight, we want to take the precautions. And in my mind, I'm like, lady, by the time I finish with this, you're going to be trying to get me to eat more food. Stop with this foolishness.
You don't realize.
Look at the record.
In 2 weeks, I've literally dropped 15 pounds.
But all right. So she's telling me all of this. And I'm like, we see a little flutter. And then they're like, we need you to take, because at this point I'm 8 weeks. And they're like, we need you to go to testing to make sure that there's no signs of Down syndrome. And you have to do it between 12 and 14 weeks. But they want to do it at 13 weeks. So we went to do that. And again, and I know, because it's only been 4 years, but it's been 10 years since I had a child early. Or outside of the window of full term. And then it's been 4 years since I've had, because I didn't have to do a PAP for another, they say 3 to 5 years. So I hadn't been got back for my PAP yet because we hadn't reached that time. And So nobody's really looking at my full fit, right? She's talking to me and she's kind of asking about the stuff that I put down on my paperwork. And I said, well, you did have a baby. I said, all of my children were born here. I did have a cerclage, my first pregnancy, but no other pregnancies. After the first two, after the cerclage, two after that, no issues at all. Then I had one 6 weeks early. Then I had where I was having issues with my iron and stuff like that. The boys. She's like, oh, let me talk to the doctor to make sure that they don't need to have a conversation with you. So she was like, no, I think everything is good. However, we see that we did do monitoring last time for the last times.
Right.
So we're going to be monitoring your cervix, which would be a 30-minute appointment. I'm thinking the last time I remember having to go regularly to the doctor for them measuring my cervix, I was able to do it in the office. Mm-hmm. So they're like, and because you are older, you need to come here to Washington Hospital Center.
Wow.
For 30 minutes every other week starting July 1st.
Wow.
So I said, I'm like, so of course they've all had this appointment with me. Because I'm like, I don't need you to come to the regular doctor's appointments because we literally in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Losing money because we have to go there, do all the things. It doesn't make sense. Big stuff. Other than that, mind your business. So I'm like, okay, fine. So they're like, hey, you need to do this until you're 26 weeks.
Oh, wow. So basically the whole time.
So this is the whole summer. And I said, okay. So I'll see you guys all summer. Great. Then, so I've made all of my appointments all the way until, I think it's like August 29th or something like that. In between there, we do have the actual anatomy scan. So with my chromosome test, everything is low, no issues, things like that. So I had that appointment because that was 2 weeks after my initial appointment with my OBGYN. So now I'm 2 weeks in at my second OB appointment.
Right.
So in this appointment, she weighs me, and now I'm 209. Right?
Yeah.
So she says, you've lost weight. So well, I didn't, before, because they asked you to put in before you were pregnant, how much did you weigh? And I said, well, before I was pregnant, I was 228. When you saw me, I was 215, and now I'm 209. And so she was like, so you've, in 2.5 months, you've lost 20 pounds. And she's like, I don't want you losing weight.
Yeah.
Because on the thing it says, oh, you're 220, you were 228, you can get up to 240 with your whole pregnancy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so now where can I go?
Right.
If 240 was the cap,
right,
I got a lot of making up to do.
Yeah.
So,
but I also love how she was like, oh, you're overweight, and now it's like, I don't want you to lose.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if you look at my records for the last 2 pregnancies, I've lost 40 pounds.
Right.
And so she was like, I said, so that is a norm for me because I can't eat. And everybody knows when you don't eat for a long period of time, your stomach shrinks, right? So if you can imagine, now my stomach is smaller, so I can still, even if I can eat, whatever I can eat, it's going to be in small
portion, yeah.
On top of that, the further along I get, the stomach gets smaller and smaller because the baby's growing. Bigger, right? So now, my sickness and the baby getting bigger, I will not eat a full course meal for the next 9 months. So I already know, and I don't eat like that anyway. So it's just been, I said, by the time I go back, she's gonna be looking at me real crazy. Yeah. And then walking and trying to work out a little bit because I'll lose the weight, and then it's flat because I'm not working on the muscle and stuff. Get back out now that I'm feeling a little bit better. I want to start getting back in the gym, so that's going to be another thing. So anyway, we leave the doctor's appointment at the Washington Hospital Center after the anatomy. The pre-anatomy. And so then I get a call and they're like, hey, so because you had a baby 6 weeks early, even though it was 10 years ago, at 32 weeks, you'll be here every week. Oh, gosh. So we can put a monitor on the baby to make sure that there's nothing like this, that you're not contracting, that you're not having any issues because this has happened. And now that if somebody says now that I'm older one more time, and now that you're older, it's just the precaution.
Well, at least they're not the geriatric pregnancy.
They have changed the words.
Yeah.
Now, 4 years ago, they was like, we're changing the word from geriatric to, I think
that's what they was telling Erica. I think she was really triggered by that, even though that was for sure a geriatric pregnancy. But I think she was very triggered by that because they kept like,
they said geriatric at 35.
Yeah, but she was 45. But it doesn't matter, right? I think that's so triggering for a lot of women.
You know what geriatric means? That means mothballs and been gay.
She was very triggered by that.
I'm out here popping.
Yeah.
So they've changed it to advanced maternal age. Yeah. So I'll stop every 2 weeks to go somewhere else every 2 weeks.
Just to start it right back up.
To then go to 32 weeks and have an appointment with her every week and an appointment with the monitoring every
when
week.
When are you going to go to work?
When can I go to my job?
Never.
That's why I changed my schedule, because I'm like, I have to have the hours built up.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the week, because to leave from Virginia to go to Washington Hospital Center for 30 minutes sucks ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and my appointments, I try to make them as late as possible, but they close at 4. So my appointments are like, so like if I at least get a good portion, that I did every Wednesday, I get a good portion of Monday, Tuesday in where I have a nice cushion, and then on Thursdays and Fridays, even at 4, I'm getting in at 6.
Right.
So leaving at 4:30 to pick the boys up, I've put in enough time where it covers if I need to leave early on those Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But it's been a challenging 4 months thus far.
All right. I want to do a rapid fire.
Okay. Questionnaire.
Okay. Yes or no? No explanation.
Okay.
You gotta answer honestly.
Yes.
So, during this pregnancy or any pregnancy, would you eat sushi?
Yes.
Would you dye your hair?
No.
Travel internationally?
No.
Drink 1 glass of wine?
Yes.
Deliver without the other parent in the room?
Yes.
Let your partner name the baby after themselves?
Yes.
Let the family kiss the baby?
No! No lips off my baby!
And we're not explaining it.
Keep your goddamn lips off my baby. I will explain this.
Okay.
The only reason I had any kind of liquor is because I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you the trickery. And this is why pregnant people, please ask folks if they have stuff on the counter, ask them what's in it. Because most of the time you think if somebody just laid out on the counter and you know his kid's going to be there, it got to be non-alcoholic.
You would think. Yeah.
I had me a nice strawberry lemon drop.
It was like a punch?
Yeah, it was in a container. And I was like, this is tasty. Then I started feeling different. So somebody comes in and they're like, well, what's this? And she's like, oh, it's a strawberry lemon drop. And I said, it's not just strawberry lemonade. I said, no, there's no labels. And I'm tingling.
I could have gave this to the kids.
And Joshua had a little sip. Davon said, now this is the second time. Because with Joshua, I was at my sister's birthday party. We went to park. I'm drunk at all, so I'm drunk. LaToya, you hear me? Big drunk.
You didn't know?
No. I found out like 2 weeks later. Because with those pregnancies...
But they say you can have 1 glass of wine.
LaToya, I was drunk. You know what the park do?
That's true.
I'm having... Sir.
Mimosa
down, baby. What? This is getting low. Fill it up. What are you talking about?
So that's interesting that you weren't sick. You was able to do it.
Having a time.
Because I know a lot of people that get sick. Like they can't drink because they get sick.
So at this point, I'm like early. It's like maybe 3 or 4 weeks in.
Yeah.
I didn't test until I was getting ready to come on my cycle, which would have been...
Because you were basically waiting to see if I missed the cycle, then I know for sure. If I don't miss it, then I'm good. Yeah.
So he's like, now this is the second time you done been drunken outside with my kids.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, I had a... But I was like... And so I was like, I feel tingly on the inside. So... Those are the...
But I'm surprised that it didn't make you nauseous.
It surely didn't. I surely did not. It surely did not.
Because I know, like, my mom has said that she couldn't drink with us, like, even if she wanted to. Yeah. Like, it just made her so nauseous.
Yeah, it's so funny because one of the things in the beginning of my pregnancy that I could not have was coffee. Mm-hmm. That, the smell of it, everything made me... Now... That's the only thing that get me through, baby. And I've now gotten to the point, like, I used to not, I could drink coffee, and then a weekend I didn't, and that's kind of how it was. And then when I found I was pregnant and I couldn't have it, I've been fine. Now, and I guess it's the sensitivity to it, because I don't drink a full thing. I drink enough just to get me through. Yeah. But if I don't have at least a sip or like a something of it, I get the worst caffeine headaches.
Really?
Yes. And that's not something that was my norm. And so I'm like, I don't like that feeling. Yeah. But then I also be like, if I don't have it, baby, it's a bad day for everybody. Wow. It's a bad day for everybody. So
you do
December 12th. So Christmas, baby.
Aww.
I'm hoping that I make it through Thanksgiving so I can have a good Thanksgiving meal, even though it won't be like I can't eat all the things. I'll be eating like I'm a bariatric. What is it? Is it the bariatric? Mm-hmm. patient where you can only have a global of food.
So
yeah,
the girlies are
the girlies were doing the same thing I was.
The girlies are pregnant with you. Anne Hathaway, she posted her pregnancy announcement. Who else is expecting? I saw Elizabeth Olsen, girl that played what's the Marvel thing?
Oh, she's Red Lady.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, yes.
Who else? Natalie Portman, which I didn't know. I didn't know that. I seen it when I was looking to see. I saw it and I was like, oh, really? Natalie Portman, okay. I think this is her third child. Who else?
So Asian doll. With I'm on the side of the other side with the girlies. I don't know if y'all watch this lady because it do be a lot of like controversy with her. Not controversy, but nobody likes her husband. Her husband's child's mother is also on social media, but her name is Princess Di, and her husband's name, I can't think of his name, but they call him Bum B. It's so sad, but he's not a bum, y'all. He love that lady.
Okay.
She did her pregnancy announcement. Like I was maybe like 3 weeks before I was in my second trimester, before I was ready to. So she's expecting. I think she's like doing November. She's logging her gender reveal, but I think because I've been looking up stuff, I started seeing like, why is everything happening for these people in December? What's going on with the girlies?
Because I was running a marathon in March.
Preparing for a marathon, wasn't I?
I'm just trying to understand.
I'm trying to understand too.
How? Because if you were supposed to be up doing your run in the morning,
the evenings always is happening.
Yeah, but I mean, you were supposed to be tired.
Clearly not. Clearly not. So, congratulations to all the girlies. Oh, and I don't know if you know her, but we were in Major Rest together. Her name is Brittany. I can't think of her last name. But anyway, she went to Flowers. She was on the Major Rest team with me. 3 or 4 weeks ago, she did her gender reveal.
Oh,
and
really?
She's having a girl.
Oh, congratulations.
So I think she's due like November, December. I was like, oh, all the oldies is having babies. And I was watching Todd Chrisley and his sons be having like little pop-ups.
Yeah.
I watched the little clips on TikTok, and he's like, why all the older ladies is the ones having babies now. The young girls is like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely
but,
not.
I mean, rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
I say, I'm a person of two minds, right? Because with Jay and Jayla, their beginning years, I was parenting them, right? With Jonathan and Joshua, and with this baby, I'll really be able to do more of raising them because the finances are different, the time is different, my mindset is different. All of those things have changed, and I have a very supportive partner. His family's supportive. The whole gambit is just different. My parents have always been supportive, so I don't need to. They've just been there. They're solidified in the support system.
Right.
But having his family be so excited and happy and supportive of not just their biological grands and nieces and stuff like that, they have also gravitated and pulled my children in as well. So it's definitely going to be different. And then with the girls now, in the latter part of their or early part of their teenagers, I was able to do more of the raising. So it did gradually change. It wasn't like a complete different. I do say that with the girls, we're more friends now.
Yeah.
Because I still am raising Jayla. But with Janae, I'm like, we are in the transition mode of we could do a little kiki.
Yeah.
Right? Because I can understand you're an adult, but then I'm still holding your hand when it comes to certain things. But what I was saying, telling the girls, I was like, "What your sister? She gonna be like, Mom, boring. She don't do nothing. She don't hang out. And they gonna be like, I got videos of her twerking in the middle of the street.
That's just where they gonna have to step up and take over. Like
you got to show the young ones. Yeah, baby, I'm comfortable in the house.
Right.
So, but yeah, so it's definitely going to be a difference, and I'm excited to see how different I'm going to be, especially like with this being our second child. Because I know I was a momzilla with Joshua, and I think that some of the things I went through with him. And then I think some of the pressures, just like on like the social media tip and things like that, with breastfeeding and having a stored amount and this, that, and the fourth. I wanted to do that so bad, and it was difficult with not difficult, but it was a little bit more difficult with Jonathan, because he was in the hospital for a period of time, like 2 weeks, so he wasn't like right home with me. And then with Joshua, I was like, he's I just wanted to do all of the things. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm kind of like, I'm veering off from only being this. Like, I'm only going to breastfeed. I'm only going to do this. To, I'm a nurse when I'm in that hospital, but also drink that Similac.
If you have to.
If you have to. Because I know my milk hasn't come in. So I want you to latch. I want you to get the meconium. Colostrum, thank you, to help. But getting that milk will help get that meconium up out of there until my milk fully comes, fully comes in. And I think that will also just give me a little less pressure and allow him to step in more to the role of, he's the dad too.
Yeah.
And it's not all on me for the feedings, and I'm not the only one that can wake up, and I'm not the only one. We starting on his ass on the bottles earlier. I actually ran into one of my coworkers because I had to go down to get a birth certificate, and she had just had her baby.
Oh wow!
So I went down because I needed to get Jonathan's reprinted, and she was like, because we had talked about her hopefully being able to do a VBAC because she had a C-section for her first one. I said vaginal, and I'm saying this because I have had both. A vaginal birth is so much. It's better for the mom only because it pushing all of that liquid out of your body. And I'll even say, if you can, and I've had, now I'm the person you can tell, I've had epidurals, I've gotten slit. I didn't have to get cut, but I got slit really good with with Justin. I've had a C-section. I've had which includes a spinal. I've had a spinal with just getting the cerclage. I've had the whole gambit of things done. I would recommend, if you can find a way to have it no medication, or get like ones that can just go into an IV and nothing to go into your back, it will save your back as you get older.
Wow.
And after I had the kids with no medicine, within an hour after I was able to nurse immediately because I wasn't feeling lethargic or anything like that. I didn't have any shivers. There was no, and it could happen just regular as well, but I didn't have any kind of like, I know with like, when you're coming down off of that medication from being numb, a lot of people talk about the shakes because you're super cold because now your body's draining that medicine out because it stops immediately. You can't get up to go to the bathroom, so you're still doing it on the pot until like it takes almost like 12 hours for that to kind of subside. And then, especially depending on how long you have had the catheter in your back. So if you've had it in for like, people have been on it for 16 hours because you get it at 6 centimeters. So you can get it at 6 centimeters is the cutoff. So if you get it at 4 centimeters because you're like, this is just something I can't take, you can be still in labor for another
like 12
hours
after that. Yeah.
Right. And so now that medicine has to get out of your system. After I had Jayla and I had no medication, I had her, they took her to get wiped down. I was in the shower within the hour.
I mean, but I don't know, because like how bad is the pain? You know what I mean?
So it all depends on your pain tolerance, right? Because with Justin and Janae, I was like, where are the drugs?
Yeah.
Where are the drugs? But then after have had the drugs, and I think with Janae, which made it the worst, was that I had too much, so my legs felt like they you know how when your legs fall asleep. I felt like that for 10 hours. So it was that staticky feeling in my legs. And I was like, I never want to feel
like that for such a long period of time. Yeah.
So I'm like, I will deal with the ring of fire for 6 minutes than having to deal with the aftermath for a very long time. And again, this is everybody's own preference. But I love the fact, after I had Jayla, I was able to get up. I got in the shower immediately. I was able to put my pajamas on and get out of that robe. I was able to go to the bathroom. She was small enough, she didn't tear me. So it just was a very good delivery.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, even if you get an epidural, when it's time to push, they turn that epidural down. So you feeling things.
Because you got to be able to feel yourself pushing out.
You're feeling things. I felt myself getting torn. I felt the slit. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, thank God I didn't have to have an episiotomy, and that's when they cut you from the rooter to the tutor. And now that ain't where it's at. So anyway, and then after having Joshua, even the same, because with the C-section and having Jonathan, I wasn't able to nurse right away, and it was also because he was early. But because you still have to get sewn up. They have to take the baby, do all the things. So now when they say you should really try to latch within that first hour, to let your body know, oh babe, we're done with this, because it didn't go through the whole thing. Sometimes it will take longer for your milk to produce. I didn't have that issue with Joshua. I delivered, he latched on. By the time we were leaving, my milk was already coming in. And again, if this is an experience thing with Justin, when I first had him, I was engorged. I was so engorged. I was looking like you. My mother was like, well, goddamn. And it hurt so bad.
Not me catching it straight.
Because I'm looking at me like, you know I ain't got no boobs. I was out here like, ooh. Did y'all see Keke Palmer's house tour?
No, I didn't.
So Keke Palmer did a house tour, and she had a picture of her when she had her son. And it was her and her son in the picture, and the baby was maybe like 3 months. She was like, no, this is the one I had milk in them boobs. And they was looking good. I said, I understand, Kika Leaks. We all miss it. Because they go from here to here to here. But yeah, so I have decided that I am going to record.
Oh, good. You're going to vlog it.
Vlog the rest of the pregnancy. And I'll go through like weeks and stuff like that on like my YouTube channel. Or if I try, I don't know. But I want to go through like, because I have some videos that I was like record. Excuse me, LaToya, when I tell you I look a mess.
But people want to see that. They want to see the raw. They want to see, the unfiltered.
I went to so in the beginning of my pregnancy, I was going to my esthetician, and she was like, "Oh, girl, them vitamins, whatever you doing, they got your face looking so good." This last time I went, she was like, "Okay, so we're done." And then I saw you like the next week. You were like, "Why is your face breaking?" I said, "Girl." Oh God!
Yeah, they will do that.
The girls will steal it from you. The boys give it to you. The girls be like, hand that over.
Yeah, that's wild.
So
okay, well, we got a couple more things, but we gonna get out of here in a little bit.
Okay.
What are you watching and or reading? Well, I'll start. I'm reading. I read Judge Stone. That was our book club book for last month, and I didn't get to tell y'all about it. This is by James Patterson and Viola Davis. I think y'all have probably seen it because it was one of those New York Times bestsellers. It was really popular and getting a lot of promotion. The book was actually really good. It's about a judge that is in a rural town in, I think, Louisiana, something like that. And she has to do an abortion case because abortion in this county is illegal, and so she has to preside over the case. The clinic that did it, they did it illegally, but the person that they did an abortion on was assaulted. So it's a lot of controversy about that, and it's a lot of different little stuff with the town being racist and all these other things kind of come out during this case. Yeah. But the book is really good. Viola Davis narrates the book. I actually enjoyed her narration, but in book club, a lot of people did not enjoy her narration because one thing she doesn't do, she doesn't animate voices. Yeah. She doesn't do different voices. Yeah. But to me, because I was following the story, I didn't need her to. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew when she was speaking and when another character was speaking. Yeah. So it was like, no, she's not going to change her voice and try to talk in a man's voice, but I didn't need her to. Yeah. And I know we've talked about this before. Sometimes that can kind of give me the ick. Yes. When they're doing that. Like,
especially just like a man trying to do a woman, if you don't shut the hell up.
Yeah. So I enjoyed her narration. Yeah. I thought it was good, but I know my fellow book club members, they did not care for that. But I recommend the book. It's a good read. It kept me engaged. It's not my typical genre. Y'all know I normally be over in fantasy land or romance or whatever, but this was really good. So recommend watching. Please. Well, y'all probably don't care. I have not started watching House of Dragons yet, and I have been forcing myself not to watch any of the content about it because I don't want it to be spoiled. I've been outside, but I will get to it. That is on the top of the list to watch. Otherwise, I really haven't been watching anything. What have you been watching?
Sorry, y'all, I had to get a little snap. Only thing I'm rewatching from the beginning, Bones.
Oh, okay.
Just to settle my mind a little bit, just to have some background, something on. That's really it. It really hasn't. This is the lull season.
It is. It's the summertime. Yeah, so and they know that everybody's outside.
There's nothing really out. Did you watch Avid?
I'm not finished. I need to get caught up. You need to get caught
up on Avid. You need to get caught up on The Pit.
I do. Yes. I'll work on that. I will this week.
Yes, because the cliffhanger on Avid was like,
really? Don't tell me. All right, I'll get caught up on it. What's crazy is nobody has really been talking about Avid.
Avid is, I think you know what it is. It starts to become like The Simpsons. It's such a staple
that you don't even have to talk about it.
Like the thing is, if you don't know, you don't know at this point.
Yeah.
Because it just don't disappoint.
Did you watch The Polygamist?
No.
Me either.
Oh, girl. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it because it's killing and stuff. This movie that they talking about on Netflix.
What movie?
It's called.
Oh, Strong.
No. Oh my God, they are talking about it on the flicks. Maternal Instinct.
Oh yeah, no, don't watch that. You can't watch that.
I'm not gonna watch it, but have you seen it?
No, but I heard people talk about it.
The spoiler. I watched
the recap or listen to a recap.
I listened to the recap on.
Here's the thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I said that lady crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. I don't like stuff like that.
It's crazy.
I can't.
But you know what? My sister, if I remember correctly, around the time she was expecting my niece, she had met this lady, and she, it was cool, whatever. Same lady did this to somebody.
Really?
Yes.
Crazy.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't
know. That's why I said no. I'm not in no groups.
Yeah.
I take my ass home.
Yeah.
I don't touch nothing on no door. You won't get this one. It's so crazy. And then they had to put the lockdown on. She just lied. And then the whole time you had a hysterectomy?
Yeah.
Baby, loco.
Yeah, crazy.
Loco. Yeah, that was crazy. But they say it's a good watch if you are okay with child loss and murder and all of the things. If that's not something that you're good on, you don't need to watch that documentary.
I can't watch stuff like that. Okay, so last call. We're gonna start doing last call, which is last call for alcohol, but last call for anything we forgot to say. We thought we was gonna mention our little last minute. If the circles back to the brain.
I think I'm good. I think that I've spilled enough. I've drank it all. Okay. Yeah.
Do I have anything for last call? Now I'll say this. I have started recording myself playing The Sims.
Oh, I saw that.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that footage yet, but go over to my TikTok and if y'all if people want to see
you
me
will be in Streamer University.
Maybe. Period.
Don't be there
if people want to see me playing The Sims, I might start a separate YouTube channel with just that content of me playing The Sims.
Are you now when you play The Sims? Are you a crazy Sims player or are you a very much structured Sims player?
I think you know that I'm like.
I know you structured,
but also I let my Sims live their life.
Yeah.
Like if they are doing wild stuff, I let them. Okay, girl. Okay, do you? So if that's the kind of content that people want to see, because I have watched people play and I was like, I could do this. So then I was like, well, let me just record myself and put it out there and see the feedback that I get. Yeah. So if that's something that y'all want to see,
Get into it.
I have to figure out how I'm gonna provide that. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to do the angel share? Okay, so because we want to leave you all on a positive note, it's called the Angels Share. Mm-hmm. All right, so what is the Angel Share about, LaToya?
So the Angel Share is
what's the concept?
Basically, it's which I didn't know about this. I had to learn about it. Kendra is the mixologist, right? So it's basically when you are creating any type of spirit, when you, I guess, let it age in the barrel process, there's usually a certain amount that evaporates naturally, and mixologists or
they're sharing it with the angels.
Yeah, they call it the angel share. They're sharing it with the angels, and so it's a poetic term, and it's often described as like a gift or a peace offering or something positive. So
pouring it out for the homies.
Yeah. So I thought we would bring that into the podcast and end each episode with the angel share, which will be our positive message before we sign off.
Okay. The angel share reminds us that not everything we pour into life comes back to us the same way that we expect. Sometimes the things that we think we've lost become part of something even greater. Just like whiskey gains character through time, we also grow through trials, patience, faith, and life events that we don't plan for. May we never become so consumed with chasing the next milestone that we forget to celebrate the miracles happening right in front of us. Period.
And with that said, we will. Make sure you like.
Subscribe.
Hit the notification button. Tell a friend.
Drop down in the comments.
And we